Okay, Dental Dam, we are isolating teeth number 27 through 30. We are using a size 7 clamp. It's a universal clamp. You have to make sure you have the right clamp. The anchor tooth is going to be tooth number 30. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I'm at least 2 inches. Here's about 1 inch. Here's about 2 inches. So, centrolateral canine, first premolar, second premolar, first molar. I'm also going to put an R here because students get this all twisted. Now I need to use my hole punch. This is my stylus. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The keyhole is always the largest punch. So I'm going to punch it first. Okay, then I'm going to use size 3 for all of the premolars and the canine. You do want to be pretty tedious about this because a millimeter can kind of mess it up.
Like that.
Okay, so you can do it like this. This is one way, but people end up losing this hole. I don't really care. I think I'll show you the other way, which is called the 2-step. I'm going to put my forceps in the little holes. I'm going to gently stretch. You can zoom in. I'm going to put it on the lingual first. And I'm going to kind of bring it over on the buccal. And I'm going to very carefully, so I don't damage the patient's tissue. Notice the bow is toward the back. I'm not going to ligate yet. I could, but then I'm going to have to pull it through. So now notice, this is my right. I'm going to very carefully stretch. And you can see this can be a pain in the rear. And I might have ripped it already. Okay, so now I'm going to have to find my holes. Okay, right now I can see that I have, here's tooth 30, my premolars and my canine. Most often you're doing this by yourself, so I'm going to take my wedget and push down measly. Okay, now I'm going to very carefully get my little projections out of the way. I'm going to go ahead up. And I can always kind of come back through and lift this up a bit. But remember, this is the whole purpose. Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. Now I'm going to go ahead and ligate because I don't want them to swallow it and it be on my watch. A lot of people do the little holes. I think it's tedious and then you can't get it out. Okay. So you can go ahead and put your clamp on or your frame on. Notice this would be wrong. That doesn't follow the natural contour of the face. Our face protrudes. I put it on, kind of hook it. So this isn't going down their throat. Don't pull it too tight. You can always redo it. But right now I need to have it out of the patient's throat. And I need it out of view. So now I'm going to have to deal with my contacts. You can kind of, if you do, ooh, that's super floss. I usually leave them in to make sure because you don't want to pull it off.
Maybe it wasn't an
You can see and this one's not pulled down at all. So we're gonna have to get this one down. I don't know why that one's not pulled down. If you have trouble, you can do another wedget. I don't have this on video. Okay. So we can see I have a little bit of an issue. So I'm going to I'm not taking it all the way off, but I'm just going to kind of see what's going on here. Shouldn't see any blue. I had a little hole, but we're going to be okay. We're working on 28. Ideally, you don't want to see any teeth. Okay, so you can see 30 is the anchor tooth. We're working on 28. Now that I have this down, if we were working on the mesial, I would need to remove this. But if we're working on a DO, I can keep this in. So now we need to make sure it's under their nose. This looks pretty straight. Actually, I'm not redoing it. So it's not real crooked. It could be over here a little bit more, but it's functional. Okay, to take it off. Now, ideally, we would cut this, but I don't have a lot of stuff, and somebody might have to reuse this. You can pull everything off in one. We're not going to get to reuse it. The other thing you're looking is, here's the septum. You want to make sure something's not ripped. If you don't see every little piece, then you're going to floss because it can kind of irritate their tissue. And then rinse their cavity. They say to massage the gingiva. Telling you, nobody does. All the books say it. Who has time? Okay.